Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today you've got me, the Margarita Kid, and I am drinking Duff Beer. If it's good enough for Homer, it's good enough for me. Just kidding, it's Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA, which is one of my all-time favorite beers. If you haven't had it, you should. If you have had it, I'm sure you like it. And if you've ever tried homebrewing it, if you didn't use Thomas Fawcett amber malts, you probably didn't do it right. But on to the music. So today we're going to be reacting to Band-Maid. I've reacted to one of their songs already called Onset. It was an instrumental and it was absolutely fabulous. I received a lot of comments about suggestions for the next thing to listen to. And this live performance of Manners and Black Hole together was by far away the most recommended thing. So I'm going to take a look at that. And one thing that people really pointed out is these two songs are very different. I don't know in what way, although people did say the first video is like more of the singer focused, I think. But I'm not really sure what the second one is, if it's going to be heavier or acoustic or who knows what. But, for whatever reason, they're going together in this concert, so I'm going to do them together. I have been trying to learn the names a little bit. A lot of people sent the names of the band members, and they all seem to have these nicknames. And I figure it's a lot safer for me to learn the nicknames than it is their actual names. So far, I've got the Barefoot Assassin as the bass player, and the singer is the Ice Queen, and then there was somebody that was the Princess. She might have been the one that founded the band. And then there was also the Little Pigeon or something like that. I'm still working on the rest of those. So for now, I'm just focusing on Barefoot Assassin and Ice Queen. Once I can get those right, I'll move on to the next. But anyway, let's move on to the music. I just got to find my headphones. I don't know what I do with them. There they are. Let's see what we get. The Day of Maid. Okay, before I get into the crazy stuff, I love when really talented musicians, and I'm saying that in kind of a skills way, still can sit down and play things that aren't technically challenging, but are freaking awesome, which this opening has been so far. Just this little bass part and the drums, super awesome. Groove. That's the right word. I don't know how that fits in exactly, if it's just them saying groove or if it was something more relevant lyrically. But man, the song is grooving. It's kind of like I was saying, it started off with the bass and the drums, and then the guitars came in, and they're doing just as groovy stuff. Got some of the cool kind of, rock elements that they've thrown in, the pick slide, hammer-on pull-off trills. And the singer actually does have a pretty great rock voice. She reminds me of somebody, and I'm not sure who it is, and it's going to drive me a little nuts. So if all of a sudden, like 5 minutes from now, I yell out some random name, it's probably going to be the singer, and I just remembered it. So I think, and sometimes it's hard to tell, but I think this is one of those songs where they go back and forth between English and Japanese. And I've heard other bands do that as well. And I've never really figured out why certain things are sung in English or Japanese. Because it doesn't seem like it's a logical breakdown to me. It's not like it's the choruses in Japanese and the verses in English. It's like you've got just like four lines, and like the first one is in English and the second's English, the third might be in Japanese, and then the fourth is like half in English and half in Japanese. It just seems a little bit all over the place. So I don't know if they're trying to find like the most sonically pleasing, way of saying whatever they're saying. If anybody knows, let me know, because I can't quite figure that out. Now, if I remember correctly, she's the one who kind of founded the band and was the singer, and then they got the new singer who was much better, and so at least that's my understanding. So she said, I'll let you take over the singing. She learned how to play guitar and became the rhythm guitar player, and then does backup vocals. I think I've got that right. If I didn't, let me know. Because I think I remember in the last video saying that they didn't show her very much, and that's when everybody went, well, that's the person who founded the band. You'll definitely be seeing more of her. That's groove again. So I think they're just saying that because that's what they're doing. But I do appreciate with that little guitar lick that the founder threw in. Like I said, I don't remember if she was the princess or if I got that right or not. But I like that everybody has a little something that they're showing off that you don't necessarily always see. But there's been some kind of little drum solo fills. The bassist has been doing some really awesome stuff. It's not just keeping regular time. It's doing really interesting things. They gave that the girl just there a little something. It wasn't super crazy, but I mean she's I think not the lead guitar player for a reason, right? And then the other guitarist has done some things, and I'm guessing with the nature of this song that there's going to be some sort of a cool solo coming up soon. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay, so just a couple things real quick that are awesome. So just in general, the feel of the song has almost this like old school girl band, like kind of in the Misfits era type sound to it. Maybe not quite as punky a little more rock, but it still reminds me of that a bit with some of like the vocal fill-in things that they're doing in the background that are a lot of fun. Uh, and but the other thing, all of a sudden, there's like this horn part that's going on, and it's real faint, and it kind of goes back and forth between the headphones. I almost wish that was a little bit louder because this is that kind of a rock song that can throw in some horn fills that make it sound really cool and not like cheesy, which horn parts can sometimes do. But what I'm hearing in the background now sounds like it would be the cool one. Wow, that was some crazy instrumentation at the end there. It was like instrumentally on the stage, it was a cappella, right? But there was some pre-recorded stuff that was going off, and it was kind of like, they had some bits that were from the song, like that, right? But then there was also almost something like a harp or something that was playing some notes. I don't think it's a harp necessarily. Maybe it was just a weird keyboard, but let's see what the next song is. And before we get too far into this one, because it sounds like this one may be a little bit more technically uh, challenging is the right word, but more technical skills involved. Is I did it like I said, the first one that I watched with Onset, that was really, really like you could tell that there's virtuosos playing here. Whereas that last song, it was the kind of song that a lot of rock bands could cover if they wanted to. There wasn't anything necessarily super technically challenging. A lot of stuff going on. You would need some reasonably good musicians to do it, but it wasn't like that song based on the technical stuff would blow you away. But it was a really groovy song. Whereas this one now, it already seems like the people are starting to ramp it up a little bit. So cool riff. I really am digging this kind of like astronomical footage they've got going in the background, weird zoomy stuff. I don't know if it's supposed to be like universes and stars and stuff, or if it's just some sort of cool effects, but it kind of goes along with the whole uh, black hole thing. And I like songs, and you don't hear this too often, where there's almost like a non-stop lead guitar happening while the singer's singing, and they're not like she's not just like duplicating what the singer's melody is. It's like its own counter melody that's going on, and not just playing. And a lot of the song has had that. Wonderful to see that in the second verse as well. Drums. You could hear it there for a second. So I love. I'm going to go back. I don't like interrupting cool guitar stuff like that, but I just wanted to point out before it changes. I love chromatic things like that that kind of have this dissonant, almost eerie feel to it, which I think, I don't know if they're going for kind of like a chaos of the universe and black hole type thing with those notes, but those notes do tend to be, when you have those chromatic, scales going up and down, that they do have a chaotic feel to them. This song. So when she started doing that, the rest of the instruments were still playing, I think, kind of the standard background of the song, and then all of a sudden they started doing a bunch of weird chromatic stuff. This song is all over the place. It's almost like, I'm trying to think of what you would consider the structure. It's not free form, but it's very like progressive in a way. Not exactly prog rock, because there hasn't been a ton of like time signature changes or anything, but the actual essence of the song seems like it keeps switching. And that was really something else. Boy, the that second song, I think I said enough about the first song already, but the second one was so. I mean, both of the songs were very different. The first one, was just being a lot more groovy. This one was a lot more like just in your face rock, in a way that almost sounded like something you might hear from the, late 60s or early 70s. Just really cool stuff. All over the place in a way that was good. It wasn't like it seemed like they were just making strange things up. It had a certain kind of overarching feel to it, and how it was getting more and more chaotic as the song went on, both in terms of what the instruments were playing, but even the structure of the song as well. And I really like that. I mean, sometimes it might sound like I harp on songs that have like a cool riff and they kind of play, you know, a verse and a chorus and a verse and a chorus and a solo and a, you know, chorus, and then the song ends. Like, no, there's millions of great songs that are written in that style, right? Not all, but probably 95% plus of all great rock songs kind of had that structure to it. But the ones that go off of that structure in a way that works, it really works. I really enjoy that, and this was one of those for sure. Anyway, yeah, no, thanks for the recommendation. I'm interested to hear why these two songs go together, if there's any reason that they go together. Because I didn't catch anything musically or lyrically that would make them say these two things go together. But maybe there's something that I just missed. Because with music like this, I was clearly a little more focused on the music and even the singer as an instrument than I was quite about the lyrics. Like I caught, you know, kind of general themes, like in the first song about it was almost like becoming triumphant and achieving things. I felt like is what I was kind of getting out of it. Never give up, good things happen kind of thing. And the black hole one was a little more, I didn't follow that one as much, but there was definitely like, every once in a while there were these space terms thrown in about, you know, supernovas and things, I think. And maybe I didn't get that right, but there's the black hole. I thought there was some other stuff in there. But I missed what the overarching theme was. But either way, good stuff. You know, sometimes if the music's good enough, I don't actually need to understand the lyrics to really like the song. Good stuff. Let me know what I should react to next in the comments, or just, you know, comment and say hi. I like that too. I always like reading all the comments. I like hearing, you know, what different people are thinking about, you know, whatever it is, what happened in this video, what their favorite songs are, what they want me to listen to, what they think about, you know, just about anything. I'm good. There were some acoustic songs that people had recommended previously that I'm kind of interested in. I'm always up for when a band like this does something acoustic, because a lot of times it's really, really spectacular. So I'm thinking I might be doing one of the acoustic ones. So recommend some acoustic ones if you want specifically. It doesn't have to be acoustic. If everybody is saying that they want some other thing that's more rock electric, I'll do that too. Eventually, I'll get through it all. In any case, thanks everybody for spending some time with me today. I appreciate it as always, and I will put the link to the original video in the description. If you haven't, go to that video, watch it, like it, comment, do all the things that are showing that band some love, so that more and more people will know about this band. So with that, I think I am done, and once again, thank you and have a great day.